Hello guys and welcome to this new video on my channel, and in today's video we're gonna create a coronavirus tracker with Python and Selenium, which tracks the coronavirus cases in the USA at the moment, but it can track the coronavirus development in nearly every country of the world with slight modifications. And first of all, what we're gonna need is a Chrome driver. So first of all, we look at the version of our Chrome browser, which can be done in settings, about Chrome, and then there is the version. And then you go to the link in my description, and then you download the appropriate version of the Chrome driver here for your operating system. In my case it is Windows, and then this can be unpacked on your desktop like this, and then with WinRAR for instance, and then you got this folder here with this exe file in here, and then you copy this path. I will change the name of the folder to Chrome driver, then it is much more easy, and then I take this path, and then we can start with the code. First of all, we're gonna need the module time, which can be imported quite easily. I will now save the file under the name coronatracker.py. The .py is important. And then we're gonna import Selenium. From Selenium, import WebDriver. And if you don't have Selenium or Pygame later, you open up a CMD. So you type in pip install and then the module you don't have at the moment, for instance Selenium, and then it will be installed. The same for Pygame, which we are gonna need to display the data, and then we are gonna need sys in order to close this tracker appropriately. And now we are gonna write the method update, which is gonna be updating our numbers in a regular interval. So we set our driver equals WebDriver dot Chrome, and then we type in the path which we have copied. So there a slash and there also a slash, and then I just have to look up how the file is called. It is called chromedriver.exe. So you put a slash right here and then chromedriver.exe, driver.get, and and then you can copy the second link in my description. I will just copy it into here, and then we wait 3 seconds in order that the site can build up appropriately, and then we select some elements equals driver dot find underscore elements underscore by underscore class underscore name, and then we are gonna find the elements with main counter minus number. I will return to the website for a moment in order that I can explain you why we select exactly these elements. So if we click right here and inspect this data, then we see that we have a div right here and a div right here and a div right here, which all have in common the class main counter minus number. And for now we select these elements, and then we go on and say numbers equals an empty list, and then we append elements at index 0 dot find element without an s here by underscore css underscore selector, And then we select the span elements in there and then the text of them. So I will also show you what this means, because in these main counter minus number diffs we got a span, and this has as a text the actual number. And we select this number and stuff it into the numbers list. And we are also gonna do this for the defs and the recovered cases. And then we close our driver, which means we close our WebDriver or our Chrome, and then we return these numbers. Right now we can test the method update, so we're gonna print out the results of update. Okay, it opens the Chrome browser automatically, selects the numbers, closes the browser, and prints out the numbers in my console. Yes, these are the cases. Then we have the defs and the recovered cases. And then we can work with this method and other methods. So now we're gonna define the method text object brackets with text and font. We are gonna define our font later. And then we're gonna write text surface equals font.render the text with true, and we're gonna color it white. And then we're gonna return the text surface as well as the text surface dot get underscore rect. So we get a rectangle that surrounds our text so that we can center and position our text later. And then we're gonna init our Pygame module, because we'll have to do this every time we work with it. And then we're gonna set a clock equals pygame.time.clock, and with this clock we're gonna set a frames per second number for our tracker. And then we'll define our font, equals pygame.font.sys font. We are gonna do this with Calibri and in the text size 50. And then we write numbers equals updater or update, because for the first time we're gonna need the current numbers. And then we define a screen, pygame.display.set_mode with x equals 500 and y equals 450 pixels. Then we're gonna set go true and actual false. Actual we're gonna need in order that the numbers can be updated every hour. And then we're gonna write our main loop while go. Then we care about the inputs in our Pygame field for event in pygame.event.get. If event.type equals pygame.quit, we're gonna do sys.exit. Pygame.quit means the cross in the right upper corner of our window, and then we're gonna close this window appropriately. And then we write some brackets here. So now we work with the module time a bit. So we minutes, we select the minutes of the current time, GM time, which lays under index 4. Then we ask if minutes equals 30 minutes and actual equals false. Then our numbers will be updated. So every hour at past we are gonna update our numbers. And then we're gonna set actual on true, or if minutes is not 30, then we are gonna set actual on false. So this was it for this if statement. Now we're gonna draw the 3 bars in our screen. Pygame.draw.rect on screen, our surface, in the color red, so RGB, and on the chords 0, 0, 500 and 150. Our chords are 0 and 0, 500 is the width and 150 is the height. Then we can copy this basically 2 times, and then we'll have to exchange the colors to 0, 50, 255 and 0, 115 and 0, and also the chords, especially the y coordinate, to 150 and 300. And then we can create our text objects with the cases, the depths and the recovered cases. So text surface and text box equals text object brackets. Then we are gonna write cases double point plus numbers on index null and font. And then we are gonna position our text box on our surface. So textbox.center equals 250 and 75, which is the mid of our first bar. We are gonna split this text element onto our screen. So on the one hand text surface and on the other hand text box. And then we are gonna do this also for the depths and for the recovered cases. Here the depths. Then we have to exchange the index from 0 to 1 and the y coordinate from 75 to 225. And then here the recovered cases, recovered to the index 2 and the y coordinate 375. And then we'll only have to write pygame.display.update in order to make the change visual. And then we're gonna set the count of the frames per second. So we're gonna have 10 frames per second. Then we can start this here. Then it will get the numbers automatically. And then it will open such a Pygame window where it will split the cases, the depths and the recovered cases. And if you want to change your numbers to another country, you can just check my description where many of these links will be in, and then you can write them here because the website is built the same for every country in the world. I hope you have enjoyed the video. Please subscribe, comment and like, and I wish you all that you'll be healthy and you'll not get the coronavirus. Bye.